You think women say yes because of looks, money, or luck. Wrong. 99% of men are blind to the real game, and that's why they beg, chase, and still lose. But once you understand this system, you'll never have to ask twice. You'll never beg again. Let's break it down. Point number 1, asking makes you small. Listen, you ever heard someone say, "Don't be needy"? What does that mean? It means they can sense you're acting small. Why? Because you're asking. When you phrase everything as a question, you put her in a position of power. Like, do you want to hang out? Can I take you on a date? Would you go out with me? Every time you ask, you're putting her in control. Now, this doesn't mean you trick her into something, but leaders make statements. Ask yourself, who's the leader? Who's in control? When you want to flip the script, say, "I'm free Thursday, join me." See how that sounds? It's a statement. You're stating a fact. You're taking charge. And if she wants to be a part of it, she's got to come along on your terms. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's different. It flips the whole dynamic. Number 2, speak her language. Here's what you need to know about attraction. It's an emotion, not a logic equation. So, forget the days of thinking you can win her over by talking about your career, your income, or how much of a good guy you are. All that stuff is logical. It's surface level. What you need to do is speak her emotional language. Instead of asking boring questions like, "What do you do for fun?" Try something like, "You look like the type who secretly has a wild side." Whoa, that's different. It's intriguing. Now, before you freak out, let me explain. There's nothing wrong with being nice or genuine. But in this world, perception is reality. How you're perceived is the reality of your results. If you want to play the game of attraction and win, you gotta speak her language first. And trust me, this is just the beginning. You wouldn't go to China and expect them to understand Spanish, right? Same thing here. You gotta learn her language. Number 3, make her work for it. This might sound a bit tricky, but listen up. Women don't really value attention that they didn't work for. Think about it. You ever been on Tinder or Bumble and see all these guys just liking or matching with every single girl? What does that tell her? That they're desperate. It cheapens the whole experience. The same goes for your time and attention. Make her work for it. How do you do that? By pulling back when she doesn't invest. It's all about creating a reward system. See, humans are wired to chase what feels scarce. So if you're always there instantly giving her attention, she's going to take you for granted. But if you pull back a bit and make her work for it, suddenly you become more valuable. Let me give you an example. You're texting a girl and she takes hours to respond. What do? You're busy, so you send a quick reply and then you ghost her. You don't chase after a response. You don't beg for attention. You let her come back to you. She realizes that she has to work for your attention, and that makes it more rewarding when she gets it. Number 4, scarcity creates power. This is a big one. Most guys make the fatal mistake of being too available. They're always online, always responding instantly. They're always there when she wants them. And that's the problem. You gotta create scarcity. How do you do that? Well, for starters, don't always be available. If she texts you and you're busy, say, "I'm in the middle of something right now. Catch you later." Then actually catch her later. Don't drop everything for her immediately. Make her feel like she has to earn your attention. That's power. And when you have her attention, don't give it away for free. Make her work for it. If she wants to hang out, don't instantly say yes. Ask her some questions. What did you have in mind? What do you want to do? Put the ball in her court. When you use scarcity, you shift the power dynamic. You become more valuable. And when you're scarce, people tend to cherish what they have. Number 5, flip it. Now this is a mind hack. When you flip it and make it about her, you put her in a position where she's almost proving herself to you. Let me break this down. Let's say you want to ask a girl for a pic, but you don't want to be needy. You don't say, "Hey, send me a pic." That sounds desperate. You flip it. You make it about her. You say something like, "I bet you look dangerous right now." See the difference? You're not asking. You're making a statement. You're challenging her. And what does that do? It puts her in a position where she wants to prove you wrong. She wants to show you that she's not dangerous, that she's not whatever you said she is. And that's when you get the pic. And it's not just about pics or flirting. It applies to everything. For example, let's say you want to ask a girl out. You could say, "I haven't heard from you in a while. Want to catch up?" But that's pretty basic. You flip it. You make it a challenge. "I have a feeling you've been keeping some secrets from me. Care to share?" Bam! Now you're speaking her language. You're tapping into her emotions. And when you do that, you enter a whole new level of the game. Number 6, the fatal mistake. Now we gotta talk about what happens when you beg for her attention. Spoiler alert, you lose respect. Let me say this loud and clear. Every time you try to convince a woman to give you her attention, you lose respect. You're literally killing your chances. Imagine this. You're texting a girl and she doesn't respond right away. So what do? You come on strong. You send more messages. You call her. You text her again. You keep trying to convince her to give you her attention. But here's the thing. That's a one-way street. That's you talking, but you're not listening. You're not giving her a chance to respond. You're not respecting her space. And when you do that, you lose her respect. You've got to stop begging for her attention. Instead, make her qualify for your attention. Show her why she should give it to you. It's a complete game changer. Listen, I know this might sound different, but in this world, women respond to power, not to please. If you want to win the game, you've got to play by her rules. And those rules are written in the language of power, not in the vocabulary of begging. Now, before you go, let's break down some mini rules to remember. Rule number 1, the one-strike rule. If she pulls back once, mirror her. If twice, she's gone. No pick-me energy. She should feel she won you over, not that she's doing you a favor. And third, abundance mindset. If one woman says no, it's her loss. Remember that. Look, if you're tired of playing the game wrong and losing, it's time for a change. It's time to take action. It's time to become the man you were meant to be. Hit like, subscribe, drop a comment below. Let me know which point was your wake-up call.